Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kurojiri, your resident tinkerer and Medarot, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet fighting robot series. Now, as we crest into the final week of the Martian Successor Nadesico collaboration, might I say it's been quite the journey from start to finish through the month of August with this rather unique and wondrous collab from another series of the 90s. Been lots of events, lots of rewards, and might I say these models have been quite the formidable forces as well, with the numerous different skills and behaviors that they were all bringing to the table. And just as another minor note, I did also find it a rather strange choice that they chose to make all the models gender end this time around. Kind of similarly to how they treated the EVA collaboration back about a year ago at this time. So, still a very fun event all this time around. We still have one last wave left to go and one model left that still needs to make his chance in the spotlight. So alongside him, we also have one final run for some extra rewards to take home as another way to say that we participated. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what was officially announced for this week, starting of course with the Gacha banner and who's following behind with the boosted rate. Of course, the one getting the highlighted rate this time around is the fifth and final model of the Nadesico collaboration, and that is KSN04 Yaten Ghetto, with Kernel, Pile, Clock Rage, Flight Legs, and the leg ability of Soaring. Now honestly, compared to all the other models which included one brand new skill each, with the exception of Geki Gengai 3, Yaten Ghetto also is another one that is not showcasing any brand new skills whatsoever, and it's all stuff that we've already seen up to this point. But even then, Yaten Ghetto's kit is still pretty synergetic and relatively powerful unto itself. Kernel allowing him to slip behind enemy lines undetected, Pile and Clock Rage for really laying on the defense ignoring heat, as well as the ability to punish those that end up faster than Yaten Ghetto himself. And if he doesn't quite tickle your fancy, don't worry too much, because the banners for the previous four, which are Adonis Singh, Geki Gengai 3, Hoshino Nadesico, and Fertila Cry, will be still sticking around until September 12th. So still plenty of time to try to scrounge up some resources and try to make a couple last minute pulls before the banners do disappear. But still some very powerful models all the same, whether they be pure sets or mixed parts. You definitely want to try to make sure you go home with at least one of them, just to say that you did have one to add to your library. Now for the boosted rates that are following behind Yaten Ghetto as well, we have that spearheading with KLN03 Meisai Laiban with Melee Trap, Hyper Beam, Gatling, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Nest. And we also have TIG01 Grousome Tiger with Destroy, Double Assassin, Biped Legs, and No Guard. Now, Grousome Tiger, for those that have played Medarot 9 or are very familiar with the newcomer of that title, Grousome Tiger is also capable of meta-changing into a more feline animal type form. In this form, she exchanges her kit out entirely for Charge Blade, Destroy, Counter Guard, Multi-Legs, and the leg ability of Straight. And more or less kind of tying into that feature, Grousome Tiger is definitely one that does not throw it, that does not hold back any punches when it comes to making her hits land. And it's actually the first time in a pretty hot minute, if I may be honest, that we've actually seen Assassin highlighted in the last while. Back in early days, Assassin used to be a really powerful move that you'd see on a lot of very quick 1 to 2 turn kill teams, but in recent competitive has basically all but disappeared. Hopefully this means that we might possibly see Assassin come back with a new buff to kind of kick it up a notch and make it a little more viable, but we will have to see essentially how that goes. Aside from that, Meisai Laiban is still very powerful as well, with the inclusion of Hyper Beam, and I really don't have to go any further into elaborating why he alone is good for that reason. But Melee Trap and Nest is also a very good combo as well if you want to try to deter any incoming melee fighters, and guarantee that shooting supremacy is what remains on the field at all times. For the Fierce battles we have this week, it's going to be a whole lot of variety as well, with a lot of models from varying games and varying skills. Starting that lineup is a model that we have not seen in the Fierce battle pool for quite a hot minute, and that is everyone's favorite blue dog, DOG0 Cyan Dog, with triple rifle, biped legs, and clairvoyance. Additionally, behind him, we have FLW01 Charge Seeds, with beam, double heater plant, multi-legs, and extra magazine. And then finishing us up on this top row is OWL03 Midarova, who has beam, free-shot, press, float legs, and torturer. Bottom row, we have MON02 Kiru Mashira with heel trap, double sword, biped legs, and spearhead. We have MON03 Iru Mashira with repair plant, double free shot, biped legs, and gunman. And then last but not least, PLC01 Speed Alert with mobile boost, thunder, rifle, wheeled legs, and emergency. Now honestly, all 6 of these models are very useful to have in one form or another. Iru Mashira, who is an honorable mention and honestly another MVP of the week as well for a free shot, which, reminder, does not need to be capped all the way in order to capitalize on its skill. Kiru Mashira for basic swords, mobile boost, and free thunder with speed alert. Cyan Dog probably will be one of the MVP of the weeks, though, because basic rifle on all 3 parts at non-heavy each, it means he's a very flexible bot that fits a lot of roles, and his parts can fit a lot of spaces very, very easily with very minimal cost required. Same thing can be said for Midarova for free shot as well, especially for female-based teams. And then there's charge seeds. I really don't have to go into any particular opinion why I don't really care for him too much, but if you do choose to go after the potted plant himself, well, he is here, and multi-legs with extra magazine is actually pretty nice as well if you choose to raise him all the way for that extra head skip, for that extra charge of head ammo that it does bring to the table. Now, as far as events and everything else is concerned, we do have one final wave of the collab event to take part in. This time around, we have the opportunity to earn one final event medal and an extra commemorative banner. The banner, as you see here, will be highlighting Yatenko from the Nadesico collab from the Nadesico series, the Assassin medal, which is the reward for this week and the event in particular, which is a Hunter Nature medal, with a mastery in melee, support, and healing, and a leg mastery in wheeled, floating, and flight. So this is going to be a very unique type of medal as well, as it's one of a numerous that actually don't have a mastery in biped legs, which at first glance really isn't anything too serious to really pay attention to, but if you're trying to put together some really good teams with mastery in mind, this is also something very good to keep at the forefront of consideration. And lastly, we have the opportunity to earn even more gacha tickets and other limited time resources as a final hurrah, essentially, to call it, before we officially say farewell to the Nadesico collaboration and essentially carry on with business as normal. Going on future beyond this, just ever so briefly, with the anime itself officially getting ready to air its final episode in the next couple weeks, it's going to be kind of hard to tell if they're going to be coordinating and planning anything for that, so we will have to see, essentially, once everything does officially go back to business as usual. This 4th and final wave of the event, oops, I'm going the right direction, there we go, will be the Meta Meister event, which, to explain this event briefly, will assign one piece of the event per day, and when you complete it, you're basically done. You don't need to do anything further with it. Each level will be progressively more difficult than the one before it, but the big catch to this one is not only do the bonus bots get bonus points and all stat bonuses, as you see here, relative each, it does also mean that you can complete additional missions in the challenge itself to earn extra points. If you can maintain a certain point average by the time the event ends, all the rewards in that bracket will be yours when the event does officially end the next week. As far as bonuses are concerned, though, as you see here, all 5 of the Nadesico collaboration models will give you a 15% bonus per part each. The boosted rate models, all 8 of them that were highlighted over the course of this event, will give you a 12% each, and the fierce battles at a 3% each. For Medarotters, it'll be 15% per collab Medarotter equipped, whether it be Hikaru or Kirara. It'll be a 12% bonus for Hikaru, Hisaki, or Arase for their SR versions. It'll be an R rank. It'll also be a 5% bonus for the R rank versions of either those 3 and Kirara, respectively. So, because this is the Meta Meister event, it's going to be playing very similarly to Score Attack, where maximizing your bonuses with pure sets is going to be the best way to go about this to make sure you get the most points possible. As far as the events the event challenges themselves are concerned, it's honestly pretty easy stuff. Bonus challenges include win a challenge without taking damage, use the support skill X number of times, activate a Medarot skill, use the left arm, you know, so very, very easy stuff, essentially. Just make sure you have a translator on standby, just to kind of keep in mind on what those bonus missions are, so you know how to maximize on those bonuses and the extra points that you can earn through all of them, respectively. Now, moving on away from the game stuff, like I said, it's going to be a relatively light week as we kind of say farewell and close everything out. But as far as the community is concerned, stepping away from Medarot S, we are always looking for translators and helpers to assist us with any current projects or endeavors. With Medarot 3 completed and officially in its 1.0 release, with no further real work, assistance, editing required, aside from occasional bug fixes, we're starting to see a whole lot more effort put into Medarot 4. So if you are knowledgeable in coding, cleaning, Japanese, and have some time on your hands, or if you know somebody that perhaps might be willing to lend a hand, definitely send them our way, and we're more than happy to fill them in on what has been done and what still needs done up to this point, as there is even more text in Medarot 4 than there ever was in 3, and it's going to be a pretty long haul if we don't have extra hands to lend us some assistance with that. Now, one other thing to bear in mind, I actually didn't pay too much attention to this with Sunday's art stream, which was indeed a lot of fun. I need to host those a little more frequently. Now that I'm officially finished with the main story of Dark Cloud 2, minus the bonus Chapter 8, which will be going live and starting that stream on Sunday. I am excited for it. But I did reach another official milestone that was brought to my attention by the time I officially went off the air and finished streaming. And it's the fact that I officially reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Being completely honest, in the little over 3.5 years that I've been doing this gig, right from the very first episode to today, I really didn't think I'd make it this far, being completely real with you. I really thought I was just going to be a very forgotten little corner of the internet, appealing to a very small and very niche community, and albeit I still technically am, but I've been making a lot of wonderful friends and some incredible encouragement and support over these last 3.5 years. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot in what it takes to be a content creator and everything else that goes in line with it. I officially took on a YouTube channel. I feel like I'm being a voice, I'm being important to a bigger cause, to a cause bigger than myself. And I officially took on streaming as something I can do on the side. I really don't know how to say it. I just thank you. Like, it's been a journey, it's been an adventure, and I've had fun with it every step of the way. I honestly really can't think of a day that I went on the air or streamed, whether it was an art stream or a game stream or whatever, that I really didn't have my whole head in the game. Because Tuesdays and Sundays and any other day I choose to stream, whatever, it's been it's always been really fun. It's actually been the reason that they became my favorite days of the week to look forward to, because I can kind of let loose for a while and have some fun doing what I love. So I just want to say, as a very heartfelt, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all the support that you've given me, the encouragement, the feedback, the suggestions, and just staying with me throughout the entirety of this journey. Whether you were with me from the very beginning, whether you joined fairly recently, or somewhere in the middle along the way, I love and appreciate every last one of you. The 1,000 here that followed me, and the many more that my videos will continue to reach for. I really hope that this will be a new step for me and to a bright future, that as the MNN continues to expand and grow, working slowly toward that goal of possibly being acknowledged by Imagineer, and it honestly would be a dream come true to be acknowledged and highlighted by them for the work that I've been doing. But that's honestly more of a pipe dream than anything else. Who's to say? But I won't hold out. I won't hold anything further, because it is still technically an on the news, and this is just kind of a on the side thing. But thank you, very genuinely, very sincerely. It's been a wonderful journey. I've loved having each and every last one of you here with me, and I am very excited for what the future holds for the Medarot News Network, and even just for me as a content creator in general. And I really eagerly and truly hope that I will have all of you with me as I continue to grow and provide more news and coverage, and just be that voice for you guys here in the Western and global Medarot communities, still continuing to advocate for bringing Metabee and Medarot back to the West, and peace can be attained and harmony across the entirety of the global Medarot community. But I'm done being gushy with that. I will continue on with the coverage as normal. But with that being said, just one final note before I do wrap us up here, though, because the news, like I said, was relatively light. Not a whole lot of new stuff per se, but still nice to keep in touch with and kind of keep an ear to the ground on. One final note before I do close this out, just as a friendly reminder, I am always open for commission. So if you are looking for a live 2D model for your VTubing needs, I am more than happy to assist with that. I unfortunately cannot rig, so I can get the model ready for you. I can cut it up, but you will need to find a rigger to assist you with that final step. I can do 3D models though that are indeed fully rigged, textured, optimized, and ready to go. I can do standard 2D art at varying degrees of detail and complexity. I can do emotes, and just a little bit of anything else in between if you, want to reach out to me and possibly inquire. You can reach out to me on Discord or on Twitter if you'd like to ask more about that, and we can most certainly try to make something happen with setting you up with any assets that you need going forward. But with all that aside, that does cover basically everything for this week's episode. So like I said, not a whole lot of new stuff per se as we wrap up the collaboration and prepare to say farewell to it, but still plenty more to stay in touch with all the same. That being said, if you'd like to know more, you can follow us below on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page, or the Metabots Forever community on there that is also run and managed by me. And I am proud to say that it did finally crest over 30,000 members and still growing by the day, and I'm so proud and happy that it has been doing so. That being, if you'd like to also keep an even closer ear to the ground, you can join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below. This will allow you to keep in touch with any new updates across the entirety of the series, whether that includes any new merchandise, content, contests, fan art, my weekly episodes, or anything else of the like. The Discord server of the official Project Rising Beetle community is the first place you're going to hear it before it goes anywhere else. Lastly, you can also follow me on Twitter at ItsuGamiKura. If you have any questions, feedback, comments, suggestions, or would love to stop in and say hello, I leave my DMs open on purpose for that very reason. Additionally, if you are a streamer, content creator, VTuber, YouTuber of any kind, platform, or variety or size, feel free to reach out to me as well on Discord or on Twitter, and we can most certainly try to make something happen if you'd like to host a collaboration. Whether that means having you here on my channel on the MNN, of which there is always a guest seat open for here next to me, or if you'd like to have me stop in on your channel for a friendly chat, a game, or anything else of the like, I would love to coordinate and try to make something happen. Lastly, do follow the official Medarot and Medarot S pages at Medarotcha and Medarot S to keep an ear to the ground on the official news straight from the source. This includes Twitter contests, updates, game patches, update notes, or anything else of the like, or any other major announcements that Imagineer has for the series. Those are the places you're going to see the news before it goes anywhere else on the net. But with that being said, as always, I do appreciate you all for stopping in, just as you always do. And one final thank you and genuine heartfelt thank you for 1,000 subscribers, and here's to a bright future for the MNN as a whole. That being said, as always, until next time, this is your host, Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.